on, Pokemon trainers? Welcome to episode 114 of Gotta Watch 'Em All, the podcast that brings together trainers from every corner of Pokemon fandom before watching along with an episode of Pokemon the series starting all the way back at episode 1. But today we're going to be watching episode 114, the Double Trouble Header. Gotta Watch 'Em All is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Saturday, March 20th, 2021. I'm one of your hosts, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, what's happening? How are you? Welcome.
What's happening? There's a lot happening, but I am just so happy to be here doing this podcast today. So, yeah.
Well, that's great.
I'm just excited. We haven't done one of these in a while, so...
I know. We took a little time off after the Orange Islands, and then we recorded the first episode of the Johto Journeys a couple weeks ago, and it just came out last week. Now we're back on the grind, so we're going to be coming back to our normally scheduled schedule.
Yes, and the positive feedback, helps as well.
I know. No, it was great. A lot of people were like, yes, there's a Gotta Watch 'Em All in my feed. I love it. So that was really awesome to hear that people are still excited for the show, and we're ready to deliver. So very excited about that. But on today's show, we're going to get caught up with Pokemon Go. It's, we've talked about this for countless episodes, how the pacing of Pokemon Go has just been absolutely bananas, and it has not let up, and some may say it's even just increasing as there's more and more weekly events just happening and overlapping. It's tons of stuff going on, so we'll make sense of what's been going on with the game. The latest TCG expansion, Battle Styles, came out yesterday. It's available now, and Adam, the hype is real. I want to talk to you about this because for consumers, this has been just as challenging, if not more challenging, than the past couple sets going back to Vivid Voltage. It's just been absolutely insane to try to find this stuff. So we'll talk about that whole situation and what you like about the set. We're going to take a look back at some of the most memorable moments from Galar, Sword and Shield. Pokemon.com put together a really cool article that kind of talks about some of the really cool stuff that we experienced with that game. And then finally, we'll do our watch-along with Anime Episode 114, the Double Trouble Header. But we're going to start with Pokemon Go, and it's definitely been a while since we talked about Go, but the game has not slowed down one bit. And the season of Legends kicked off on March 1st, and we've been seeing an overarching weekly event schedule, as well as daily events and even multiple single-hour events throughout the week. So it's been very busy. So we're seeing a steady stream of new Pokemon also being released to the game. Tynamo and Mega Manectric were the ones that were just released this past week, so that's super exciting.
Tynamo has been ridiculous. I just saw it on my radar earlier today and was just like, are you serious?
I
almost missed it.
Like, we're in the charge up event right now. So this is this electric type event for the release of Tynamo. And it, nothing has changed with the event, but it seemed like Tynamo was around in the wild a little bit more frequently the first couple days of the event. And I'm not seeing it as much anymore, but I'm definitely seeing it more frequently in raids. But Tynamo is available in the wild, in raids, in eggs. So they're giving us plenty of opportunities and different methods to catch it. And, 3-stage evolution, people need to catch a lot of these things if they want to naturally evolve this stuff. With Candy, it also requires a Unova Stone to get up to Electros, so keep that in mind. But that's been a lot of fun. Mega Manectric has been great. They added Thursday night hour-long events, and this past Thursday we had Mega Raid Hour, which was really cool. So I know a lot of people did get in a bunch of Mega Manectric and Mega Houndoom actually this week as well. We've also had Season 7 of the Go Battle League kicking off on March 1st with the Season of Legends, and unfortunately, the systems of GBL are still pretty rough and have been suffering not only from a performance standpoint, but also some funky bugs that are making the competitive integrity of GBL questionable.
Yeah, I've hit a bunch of those. Atari Alex tagged us, was like, "Hey, check me out! I'm at level 20," and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna take some time and try to battle." And man, I'm sitting here and I'm using my shield, and it's not letting me use my shield.
Oh no!
And I'm like, that's not something that normally happens.
Yeah,
then I'm like switching
been weird
out
technical stuff.
Yeah, it's just a lot of stuff that I'm noticing, and it's like, well, I'm just gonna put it away. I'm not gonna battle right now.
And like that kind of stuff is kind of overlapping the lag issues, like the stability issues. So you've
For
got
sure.
these bugs, and then you've got the lag. And the latest one that was kind of plaguing the GBL was where when you buff a Pokemon or debuff a Pokemon, when you switch out, just like in the TCG, that should kind of wash itself away. But what was happening was, even when you brought a Pokemon away from the active and brought in another Pokemon, either the buffs were not being removed from the Pokemon that you took out of the active, and in some cases, if you let the timer between switching run out, the buffs would then be applied to the next Pokemon that you brought in.
Wow.
Weird stuff was happening.
And that's crazy because I use Primplup and I use Arbok all of the time. Those are like my top two, and they both debuff like defense and attack. So
yeah, it's
I might have been the cause.
Yeah, well, like Power Up Punch, Lucario and other fighting types. I mean, people were spamming, Power Up Punch because they're able to buff their Pokemon, back it out, bring in another Pokemon, and then retain that buff. Or if they, like I said, 4 stages of attack buff, and then let the timer time between switching Pokemon and carry that buff over to the next Pokemon you bring in. It was pretty significant. And, when you're playing an online competitive, ladder-based game where there's an actual leaderboard, that does hurt the integrity. So unfortunately, we're dealing with that. But have you been feeling about the state of the game? I know kind of at the end of the season of Celebration, the end of February, you were playing a lot. And then I remember you saying that you were going to kind of chill out a little bit. So how's the game been for you, and how have your habits been since the start of the month?
I feel like I've chilled out greatly since the last time, because normally I've kept like 500 Pokeballs, since going hard, and now I'm kind of like struggling to get back up there.
Right.
Because I mean, I'm still catching, but it's not as frequent as possible. And it's like right now I haven't caught a shiny in what feels like forever. And it's like there's tons of shinies that I need. I need the electric. I need the Magnemite still. And it's like I keep clicking and clicking and clicking, and I don't get anything.
Well, I think that you've kind of traded a little bit of your time resource from Pokemon Go to the TCG, because you're definitely a little bit more hands-on with playing and engaged with the community from a TCG standpoint. So I'm not going to knock the hustle. You've just kind of taken from one side of Pokemon and given it to a different side of Pokemon. So
yes, there's so many avenues for Pokemon. I thought about this the other day in the car, and I was like, my mind just wanders, and I'm just like, we talk about the anime. I physically, I can't right now, but I compete in the TCG. I sometimes have time to sit down and like actually play the Switch, but it hasn't been anytime soon. And then it's like, and then I play Pokemon Go almost every day. Actually, I have to play it every day because I have to catch Pokemon to level up every day. Yeah, it's just they keep you. But there's just, and it's like all that time. It's like, where do you put all of your energy into each one? Like, so people that do everything, kudos to you. I mean, I'm struggling just trying to
that's the magic of this podcast, man. We're trying to bring it all together and have everyone have a home and some content to listen to about all the different games. Because like myself, I would say 75% of my time is in Go, and 25% is kind of divided up to the rest. So I still dabble with all the different areas, but Go definitely takes the majority of my time. But that's the beauty of it, is you can kind of give and take and stay within the franchise and keep that passion burning. But yeah, getting back to Go, like what's your go-to method right now? Like what's your favorite way to play and engage with Go?
Pretty much just on my way to work. It's the one time I have to kind of like hit stops and kind of relax, just like de-stress a little bit, or coming home from work.
So you haven't had any like dedicated play sessions outside of like community day, that kind of thing?
No. Today, I mean, I did drive around and hit stop, but the only goal was to get more resources.
Right.
That was the only goal. Yeah. So it's like I could have played a little bit harder, But I was able to find a couple Dynamos, so I was excited about
Nice.
that. Adding to the candy.
I do that too because I only have about one dedicated day a week to play Go where I can actually like play for hours, and I typically have to spend at least 2 or 3 of those hours restocking, and it's so difficult to not catch Pokemon during that time, because what'll end up happening is I'll just break even. I'll end up catching and spinning stops, and I leave with the same amount of balls like I went into it with, and it's like, oh yeah, great, I caught 500 Pokemon today, but it's not going to help me for the rest of the week. So it's like sometimes I'll force myself to put the phone down and just use the Go Plus or the Pokeball Plus to spin, so that way I can dedicate my time just to restocking, get 1,100, 1,200 regular Pokeballs, and then, have enough to kind of last the week. That's kind of how what my style has been lately. But we'd love to hear what everyone's doing in Go, and how how Go fits into your Pokemon, content mix. How are you consuming the franchise? What percentage of your time is with Go, with the TCG, with anime or culture, community? A lot of my time too. Actually, what I love about this is a lot of the time I spend in the Pokemon world and in that vibe is interacting with the community. So there's like no game associated with it. It's just people and culture, and that's what I really love about all this. But
yeah, the Discord's
let us
popping
know.
off, so it's like no matter what you're into, I'm just like, if you want to play the Pokemon card game, we've got TCGO stuff. We've got people trading in there.
Well, Adam, I
TCG.
got to give you and Josh from Special Conditions a lot of credit, because you've developed this amazingly robust community that has made their way into the Discord and supported us on Patreon. It's phenomenal. And we have this amazing culture clash going on between the Go players and the TCG players, and we see all this crossover. It's phenomenal. And, kudos to you both, because you've really done an amazing job building up that TCG community within the Pokemon Professor Network community. It's been awesome. So thank you for that, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank all of our great, wonderful supporters. That's what we really need.
For sure. All right, well, let's talk a little TCG, because today is the 20th, but yesterday, the 19th, was the release of the latest TCG expansion, Battle Styles. And it brings a new mechanic to the game, which allows you to choose between 2 different types of attacks. You have the single strike style and rapid strike style. And the cards are labeled with their style. Like it's almost like a promo stamped card, but it's not a stamp. It's just like built into the artwork, but it's actually labeled on the card art itself. And the card attacks, the Pokemon attacks, are kind of representative of either the single strike style, which can be considered more like a knockout punch, versus the rapid strike style, which would be more like the jabs, like the fast hits. So, Adam, I let me have it here. How is this set doing from a retail perspective? How has it impacted the competitive scene? And then how has it impacted the collecting scene?
So the competitive scene was pretty much Eternatus, Centiskorch, Pikarom, ADPZ, which is Arceus, Dialga, Palkia, Zacian, and then Luke Metal. So all these decks were kind of have just been duking it out. Now, Eternatus is scared, and Pikarom is scared, because you've got multiple fighting types. You've got 2 different Urshifus. There's the Rapid Strike one. It does 30 damage with Strafe, and it says you may switch this Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon for 1. So, like, again, that quick hit. And then you've got Urshifu Single Strike, which has Laser Focus for 1. Search your deck for 2 fighting energy cards, attach them to this Pokemon, and then shuffle your deck. But it has a 3 energy attack, Impact Blow. It does 180 damage during your next turn. This Pokemon can't use Impact Blow. But those are just kind of like the standalone Vs. The maxes are where things get interesting.
Right.
So
right.
Urshifu Rapid Strike V Max, so the blue one, has Gale Thrust. It does 30 damage. If this Pokemon was moved from your bench to the active spot during this turn, it does an additional 120 damage.
That's nuts.
150.
That's nuts.
In case you're wondering, 150 times 2 is 300. So
that's sick.
That will. I mean, there are a lot of modifiers damage modifiers like Choice Band. There's the Fighting Stadium. So there's easy ways to one-hit knockout an Eternatus VMAX for 1 energy. So it definitely scares people from playing Eternatus.
Well, it's become like an equalizer because those decks were so incredibly common, especially seeing how much play they were getting through Players' Cup and stuff like that. People were just running these decks. So it's kind of nice to have a set come out that really shakes up the meta and, is going to make people think twice about running these decks that have kind of become like this staple in the competitive scene. So I'm all for it. Now, what about from a collection standpoint? Like, this is just as difficult to find at retail as, say, Vivid Voltage or Shining Fates, right? Like, this stuff sold out pretty much instantaneously.
It did sell out, but I will say that you could feel that Pokemon did their best to get as much product out as they could for the release.
Well, I saw kiosks and like standalone displays in stores. So it did seem like there was a much more, a bigger promotional push, and when you have these standalone displays, like they hold so much product, it definitely seemed like stores were getting more of it, but that didn't necessarily change it from still selling out, immediately.
Yes, yeah. No, I know that the GameStop that I work next to, they let me know that they had a lot coming in. So
Adam's got the inside line.
Well, no, it was just nice because I'm just curious as to they say that they're having battle styles in this new promo card. So what are they going to do to make sure people can buy enough product in order to get this promo? So I walked in and they had stacks and stacks of the blister packs, not only from battle styles, but they also had Rebel Clash and Vivid Voltage. So it's almost like they knew that this set was going to be hot, but they also knew that the other, Rebel Clash isn't really exciting for anybody. And then Vivid Voltage is like the one set that nobody can find. But I will say that they had a lot of stock. But that was right when I walked in. And they only had a limited number of the boxes, like the Urshifu ones and the Blastoise and Venusaur VMAXs. So I was able to get the VMAX boxes and 1 pack of the Battle Styles, and then my pre-order for Shining Fates, but that was it.
So definitely let us know how it's been for you at retail, because I'm very curious to see, how this has gone across the country, because it just seems that the popularity of TCG has increased across the board. And whether you're going to like mom and pop shops or buying online or going to the big box like Target or Walmart, it's everyone's in the same boat. So let us know how it's been for you. Were you able to get the Hollow Flapple promo card at GameStop? Were you able to pick up any product? Let us know what you got, what you pulled. I'm definitely excited about Battle Styles, and I'm really looking forward to see how this really shakes up the competitive meta.
Yeah, the set has so many little nice trinkets. There's a Stage 2 Kingdra that is really good. It says this attack does 40 damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. There's Frostmoth from Sword and Shield that just dumps a ton of water. And then it has an ability that says when your active Pokemon's knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon. So basically move all the water energies from that Pokemon to Kingdra. So you'll never out water energy. So they're always...
And not for nothing, the art is phenomenal. Like the mustard full arts are so good looking. The Tyranitar that's ate all the food and it's kind of like, napping in the woods, phenomenal. So I don't know, man. It just seems like everything is just riding the wave of the popularity, and they're just firing on all cylinders. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, so if you want to hear more TCG talk, definitely come check us out over at Special Conditions, because that's where we're going to talk about more battle styles this week. Yeah. So
yep, check out specialconditionstcg.com, and links to all the feeds are there. All right, moving over one more topic before we take a break. We'll go over to Sword and Shield, and Pokemon did a really cool job of putting together this little kind of recap of some of the coolest memories from Galar, from Sword and Shield. And, there's like 6 or 7, something like that on this list. We'll talk about a couple of them here. But this is kind of, following up on the 25th anniversary celebration. We talked about it on the last episode with the Post Malone concert. So this is all kind of playing into that same thing of still celebrating memories and the building of memories through Pokemon. And we're just going to take a look at a couple of these here. And the first one, which I thought was probably the most dynamic, was what they're calling the Call of the Wild Area. And, in my opinion, nothing quite felt like entering the wild area for the first time. I remember putting in Sword and Shield and playing the game and navigating into the wild area for the first time and seeing just the landscape open up, seeing things moving and living around me, and the trees blowing in the wind, and Pokemon just moving freely. And you saw Pokemon in the grass, you saw Pokemon flying, you saw all this stuff happening. The full range camera, the 360 camera kind of blew my mind. It was so amazing, and that feeling of just seeing the wild area, it inspired me and made me feel like so optimistic about what the future of Pokemon from a console game perspective could be. Especially looking at like Pokemon Legends Arceus coming. It's like, wow, there's so much potential for an open world Pokemon game. We've been wanting this for so long. So it was really cool that the first thing they talk about in this article was in fact the wild area, because I think that's one of the most memorable, if not the most memorable thing from Galar, from the Sword and Shield
that's
games.
definitely the most memorable for me.
Nice. Yeah, I agree. It's just, it was so different from what we were used to, with isometric cameras on the 3DS and all that kind of stuff. Like, it just broke the long, tradition of the look and feel of Pokemon games in the main series. So, very, very exciting. But Adam, I see this next one on the list, and it did make me smile. If you want to talk about this next one.
All right, so Ball Guy.
Yes, Ball Guy. Ball Guy is on. I love that we go from the wild area to Ball Guy.
He became an instant fan favorite with his large bulbous head.
Yes,
he always encouraged us into battle and gave us special gifts.
He's the best. He's the best.
Even in Shining Fates, we got a full art Ball Guy as a supporter card.
Dude, when I first saw that card, I thought it was a fan made card. I was like, this can't be real. And when I found out that it's an actual like real card, I was like, dude, this is amazing. He's like, memorialized in the TCG now. Like, this is totally, official. I absolutely loved it. And I've seen cosplay of Ball Guy, which is amazing. So just very, very cool that this is, in the game. I'd imagine that every main series game going forward will have Ball Guy in it. I just have a feeling that he'll always make an appearance.
It's gotta be.
Which was absolutely awesome.
Even if he becomes a trainer that like battles you with 6 different Pokemon, like at the end game or something, that throws out like a Pokeball, a Great Ball, an Ultra Ball, a Level Ball, and then he's got a Master Ball and has like whatever crazy legendary that he has.
Dude, he should just be like Nurse Joy, and he's in every single Pokemon Center in the game. It's just like he's just always there. That'd be so funny.
The Isle of Armor introduced Master Mustard, and he shocked us with his jacked physique and acrobatics. It was like seeing Yoda battle with his lightsaber.
Yo, it was, because he does like a million flips in the air, and he pulls his robes off, and he's like super fit. And I remember like it's been what's been cool for me is my son, who's 12. He's gotten into the VGC heavy right now. So he's played through the DLC, of course, and he got such an absolute kick out of seeing Mustard for the first time. Like, he was cracking up so hard seeing Mustard like tear the robes off and fly through the air and just kind of like, turn into this ninja. It was the funniest thing. And it's like, I love that made it into the article as well, because it's so true that it's just a memorable thing. Like, you just remember it, and you never look at Mustard the same. And, looking at the Mustard cards that are in Battle Styles, like, they depict him as this, like, really tough looking, fighter So it's very, very cool to see that kind of, comparison between little old Mustard like in a robe and like battle ready Mustard, flying through the air like a ninja and, ready to strike. It's really, really, really cool.
Ready to single strike or rapid strike?
Yes, exactly. All right, Adam. Well, I think we're ready to take a little breaky break before we get into the anime. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, everyone. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. And we're back from our break. Thank you all for that so incredibly much. We appreciate it. Little housekeeping to get through before we get into the back half of the show. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/Pokemon Professor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And if Patreon isn't your thing, no big deal. There's still a couple other ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. And finally, our merch store is available at PokemonProfessor.com/merch. You can get a Gotta Watch 'Em All handbag or pillow. Come on, you got to get that stuff. It's good stuff.
Ooh, gotta get it.
All right, let's get into our anime here. This is the Double Trouble header. Original air date in Japan was October 21st, 1999 as episode 118. In the U.S., it aired exactly 1 year later, October 21st, 2000 as episode 114. This episode, if you're keeping track, is also episode 2 of the Johto Journeys arc. So season 3. If you will. So lots of different ways you could break down where this episode fits into the timeline. But I'm very excited to get into this one because I had a good time watching the episode last.
I can't wait to listen to the intro song.
Oh, dude. I'm so not into this intro song at all, man. It's... Well, good thing that we have to cut it out because of copyrights from the audio, so we don't have to put our community through it. Listening to the worst theme song of any season. I'm going to get so much flack.
But you at home can watch it.
Oh, gosh.
Or you could just keep it on repeat before we start this. Just pause it real quick and then just go listen to it once. Pokemon Johto!
All right, we made it through the intro song. But we've got battle music. Yeah, that's right. Ash is ready to start his the journey to the first badge, so I'm pretty excited about that. So it's cool. It's like they're in the Route 1 of Johto. You know what I mean? They're talking about the starters.
We're in the big leagues and we're playing hardball. What's that girl doing?
And then we see a new character. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back. Chikorita whipping her hair back and forth.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
So it was last episode, right, where he got the Johto Dex, like he got the new Pokedex. There you go. Yes. All right. So new voice for the Dex. It's also like a different looking Dex. It like flips vertically
and sideways.
Let's see what kind of attacks it uses.
It was like he just like dropped like so many like little hints there, like New Barktown, Professor Elm. You're a new trainer. It's a starter Pokemon.
My question is all of these trainers, all of these like characters, they're all so excited for their one Pokemon, and it's always like the base form. They don't care about its evolution. They're not like, oh, this is the toughest Magnanium.
Dude, they're 10 years old. This is big for them. Look at it just knock out that rat right there. Like, come on. Poor wild Rattata.
Oh, and she's a baseball player.
Well, she's got the pitching delivery to catch her Pokemon.
She's dressed like a referee too.
She's not dressed like a referee. Dressed
Well,
like
I
a
mean,
baseball player. She just has a
I guess,
striped
yeah.
jersey.
Please rise and salute Casey and Chikorita by singing their victory song.
So yes, Casey is her name, and yeah, she's gonna bust into her song here. Oh no! Oh, look at that derpy Chikorita. Meanwhile, all this is happening, and like Ash, Misty, and Brock are just like watching from the distance, like, what is this girl doing? She's like entertaining herself. It's hilarious. Look
The
at
looks on
Brock.
their
Look at
faces.
Chikorita's little like plume of leaf is like dancing around to the beat. All right, well, Chikorita's back in the ball, and then she's
20
like, "Oh wait,
minutes
who are you?" She's all embarrassed. It's a Pokemon showdown. Look at her, she's fired up.
She's running at them full speed.
I don't believe it! An honest to goodness Pikachu! Yay! Yay!
So, this is pretty cool because how Ash and them were excited to see Chikorita at Johto Pokemon.
Pikachu's a great
Casey here is excited to see Pikachu, a Kanto Pokemon, so that's kind of cool.
Pikachu! You think it would really shock me? What a blast! I always wondered.
Oh, Pikachu, shocker. So I wanted to shock her so bad.
Give me a taste. Pikachu, she doesn't know what she's saying. Come on, you little rat. Give me a try.
Oh my goodness.
That's so
calling
good.
calling Pikachu out.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
That's so funny.
I think he's grounded.
Uh,
My name's Casey. I'm a huge baseball fan, and I just became a Pokemon trainer.
Ah, see, she's the baseball fan.
Did you get it from Professor Elm?
I sure did.
so there you go, Professor Elm.
I come from Palatown, and my name's Ash Ketchum.
And my name's Brock.
Everybody calls me Misty.
Only Brock, only
Look how-
Ash has a last name.
Yeah, look how short like everybody's legs are compared to Brock's. Brock's is like,
Because Brock is like a 48-year-old man, and Ash and Misty are like
I'm just
12.
hoping this conversation doesn't go south.
Beautiful yellow Pokemon, all of them with stripes.
So this is cool because that it gives direction to like Casey's style, like looking for electric Pokemon that are yellow with stripe. Like I just love that. Like it's a unique spin.
An Electabuzz fan, huh? No wonder you're so full of energy.
But don't the Electabuzz always finish in last place?
Ah,
This season's gonna be different. This season they're gonna win the series. No way.
dude, I've always loved that. They just showed like different banners of baseball teams within Johto, and there was like this Magikarp flag with like baseball bats behind it, like crossbones. So cool. So cool.
Those guys aren't hitters. I've seen better swings on a playground.
Oh, Ash
She's
calling.
triggered.
calling
She's
her.
triggered.
We're gonna settle this argument with a Pokemon battle.
Yes.
Nobody gets away with insulting my favorite team. But you don't stand a chance against me. I'm an experienced trainer.
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
Nobody makes fun of the team my family roots for, especially a little whip who knows zero about baseball and even less about Pokemon.
Oh snap.
All right, you're on. Well, it looks like we finally found somebody as stubborn and
Look at Togepi. Look, Togepi's just like yeah, let's do it.
Pokemon battle. I won't have to use all of my three.
She's
Ah.
Miss Ash. Don't be too tough on her.
But hurry up.
You see-
Don't worry,
Brock,
Misty,
don't be
you
too
won't
tough on her.
win this one. Choose your first Pokemon, Casey. My
Let me
person
guess,
less
Chikorita?
than me. Casey's ready to deliver the pitch. I choose.
It's awesome her wind up though. It's cool. Oh, a Kanto Pokemon.
Me back. I remember when I first started training and catching. Come on, quit babbling and start battling, will ya?
Pull out Charizard,
Oh.
dude.
Remember, you're the one who asked for it. I choose you. Charizard.
Yeah, that's right.
Why would he choose Charizard and not Pikachu?
With Charizard.
Just I think for the intimidation factor probably.
Second dragon of yours doesn't scare us, Ash Ketchum.
It's not a dragon. Yo, that Pidgey just tried to headbutt Charizard. And Charizard just breathed through his nose and knocked it out. That's so good.
He's my pinch hitter. I choose
Who do you got? Who do you got?
Rattata.
Oh, great. Oh,
just
the rat,
caught it.
The rat that was just caught, it was just knocked out
It was,
2 seconds
it was
ago.
just defeated by a tackle.
Tackle attack.
Yo, you gotta like the gusto though. Not scared of the Charizard. The rat knocks itself out. Oh, it's so good.
Casey, maybe you better quit. My grandpa says it ain't over till it's over.
All right,
This
let me
match
guess.
is
Chikorita's next.
And now, stepping up to the plate. Here's Chikorita!
Oh, that's a good type.
Chikorita.
That's good typing.
Yeah, type advantage, right?
Chikorita with like the electric headband on. Oh snap!
Charizard,
Just
use your
vine
flamethrower,
whips around its
but try
neck.
to go easy on it.
Oh no! Just like spits a ball of flame out and lights the leaf of Chikorita's plume on fire. That's not nice. Oh no! It put permanent burn damage.
Ash wins the match.
I can't believe
Sorry,
it.
Casey.
Shut up.
You got wrecked. Get wrecked, son.
Wow.
Cheer up. You gave it your best shot, Casey.
Yeah, you played a great match, especially for a rookie. Misty's right. Huh? And now that it's over,
Ah, what a good
let's
sport.
shake and be friends. What do you say, Casey?
Oh
Leave
no!
me alone. Casey, wait!
Ash, you
Casey,
big
don't be
bully.
a poor sport. Ash is not a bully. He was being so kind.
It's hard for anybody.
Well, he
But
used a
that is what
Charizard.
happens when you challenge
He
a
should
good
have.
player.
He had to show what's up.
You should know about that, right?
But I mean, you know, even if he used Pikachu, it would have been a blowout. Oh no!
Daddy, Grandpa, your girl's a loser.
Oh no! She's got daddy issues.
Oh, no.
Has had a proud tradition of cheering only for our heroes on the Electabuzz, but now, Casey, we have a new hero to root for, and that hero is you.
We're mighty proud of you.
This is
Casey.
like day
You're the
one.
first member of this
This
family
guy's
to
voice
try
is the
to
best.
become a
We're
Pokemon
mighty
trainer.
proud of
So
you,
take a lesson
Casey.
From the Electabuzz. They never give up, and neither should you.
Keep trying your best, and we'll never give up on you.
Look at his
either.
tooth.
We'll be rooting
What's
for
up
the
with these
Electabuzz.
creepers, dude? Look at his Yo, that one. The guy in the back looks like an older Ash.
I'll never quit.
Oh, that's why she's like feeling like a letdown.
I am gonna make him proud of me. The Electabuzz don't give up, and I'm not gonna give up.
You can
either.
do it, Casey. I believe in you.
I'll keep trying. I'll try just as hard as the Electabuzz do, and nothing's gonna stop me.
Ooh, the fire wallpaper behind her.
I'm
Nice.
Huh?
What? Huh?
Oh, Team Rocket from
yeah.
the trees.
Next time. Electabuzz. Electabuzz.
Yo, but
They're
Team
dressed
Rocket's
the exact
decked
same.
out in the Electabuzz outfits.
Everybody's cheering, and it's because
Swing it.
everybody loves Electabuzz.
It's kind of a dope hat. I like that hat.
Yeah.
It's Pikachu.
It looks like Cyndaquil. Ah, it's hair.
Haircut.
Are you ball players?
No, we're not players. We're just rabid
No,
Electabuzz
give me your
fans.
Pokemon.
Fans, I'm the biggest Electabuzz fan of all.
We saw you battling against that little league Pokemon trainer.
Oh, they're
We
gonna,
all thought you should have won.
they're up to no good.
Cheer up. He's beaten us a million times, but we're not licked.
Ooh, my friend means that you
Ooh.
are no good conniving sneak of a trainer.
You mean Ash is a cheater?
A big one.
Oh no,
As big as we are.
they're painting a false narrative.
Just between you and me, that twerp's got a reputation for violating a little-known Pokemon rule that forbids using a Charizard against new trainers, and then laughing about it behind their back.
That's not true.
Telling his pals what a chump that Electabuzz fan is.
That's not true.
Even with him.
Why not battle him again? And this time you'll be ready for all of his dirty tricks.
Yeah, this time bring a water Pokemon.
I'll show Ash he can't cheat an honest fan.
Do it for the sake of all the other trainers. He's cheated.
Do it for the honor of the Electabuzz.
Bring a Squirtle.
Do it.
Just do it.
Just there's like the Shia LaBeouf. Just do it.
This time things are gonna be different, Ash. The only
So
time
they're
it's gonna
they're
be
now
different
in a
is this
baseball
time. You're
stadium,
gonna
like an
wanna
empty
vote for
stadium.
me.
All of a sudden, like
Let
they
me
just
tell you
got
something.
access to a stadium and they're on the field. No one else is there.
Yeah, how did they get there? They were
I
just
don't
in the middle
know.
of the woods.
Yeah, that's the spirit, Casey.
Brock, aren't we supposed to be on Ash's side?
I usually root for the underdog because the underdog is usually Ash.
Nah.
Didn't think of that.
Destroy him, Casey!
Good, Casey.
Some friends they are. Now, a Pokemon rematch. And this time
So far, this has been a laugh out loud.
I know,
kinda
dude.
Show. Okay, starting with the strongest lead.
Looks like we're gonna sweep the doubleheader, Pikachu. Your turn to step up to the plate.
All right, Pika.
I may still be a rookie, but you're not gonna fool me with your dirty tricks.
She's
like
on the
you did
pitcher's
my
mound,
first
like,
match. Chikorita,
what?
use your sweet scent attack now.
Oh, sweet scent. Oh,
Oh, it's got Ash.
it's got Ash too.
Chikorita, tackle attack.
Oh, there's our thumbnail. Ooh, get some.
Welcome, sports fans, to today's Pokemon Double Trouble header.
So Team Rocket's like broadcasting from the score booth.
So James, tell all the fans about our nasty plans.
Well, Jess, after those
Their faces are painted to look like blend into the numbers.
It's like not even the same color as the scoreboard.
This scheme ought to get us to the Hall of Shame.
Yes, well, just make sure you don't commit any errors, Meow.
Don't worry about that, Coach. Meowth's on the ball, and so's our rooting section.
Oh, I love their gadgets. What are we even looking at right here?
It's the Electabuzz like trumpet gang.
I know. What? Just letting out balloons? What? Oh my God, it's nightmare fuel right there.
That's because they're electric fans.
I'll do my best. And now I'm gonna eat
It's just like that really scary scene in Akira.
Pikachu. Thunderbolt attack.
Get him, Pikachu. Get him.
Wow.
Oh, she whips
That's
her
pretty
hair back
cool.
and forth. I whip my hair
His
back.
attacks aren't working.
Chikorita spinning her leaf and
They're strong against electric attacks.
just makes Pikachu's electric attack just
Tackle attack now.
disintegrate to nothing.
Oh, Pikachu just took it.
Line draw.
Pikachu always dodges.
Now the next batter steps
Not this time.
Hitting machine at a Team Rocket lineup.
Pikachu is like all or nothing. There's no middle ground. He's either getting his butt whipped or doing the butt whipping. Where is this
run?
thing coming from?
What's that thing for? Don't act like you don't know. They said you were a cheater, and this proves it. I'm ready for your tricks this time, buddy.
Oh, this is the frame. This is the setup.
I can win fair and square. I am an Electabuzz fan. I always play by the rules.
Cheater. Who's controlling the tank?
That thing's headed right for the Pokemon.
Look out!
It whips his hair back and forth. Oh, Pikachu stepping up. Oh, it was like Smash Brothers.
Their instincts just straight away sent a field.
They could be out of here.
So Pikachu and Chikorita just got knocked into to the stands beyond center field.
It's them.
Attention to us.
Oh,
It's
I was about to say, where's the theme?
But you're both out, which makes it a double play.
to protect our team from devastation.
Oh, I
Now
love
they're
the
in like
jerseys.
actual, yeah, they're in actual
To
baseball
strike out
uniforms.
the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach with a baseball glove.
Jesse.
James.
James is wearing
Again,
like a
the fire
catcher's
background.
outfit. No, they look great.
Throws their fastballs at the speed of light.
So,
Strike three.
all right. So this is totally unrelated, but Adam, you've seen the Twilight movies, right?
Yes.
You know Lucy Cullen, the sister, Edward's.
Yes.
So when she's pitching in that baseball scene, she does that wind up where she kicks her leg straight up in the air. That's exactly what Jesse just did. I've always thought of that. When I saw Twilight, I was like, dude, they robbed this from Jesse.
Just lucky. Sorry to hit and run, but our
Oh,
work
look,
here
they
is
look like
done.
sitting cuties. Look how cute they look. All knocked out.
That's what you think, Twike.
And it's like, where's the special cage for Pikachu? They
Right?
Just, they just didn't have the money for that one.
They've got automated pitching machines, like firing balls.
I give up. We can't just quit and let Team Rocket beat us. A Pokemon match is just
Yeah,
like
Ash.
baseball. You gotta take whatever the other team throws at you.
Ash, like,
and
thank you for
play
coming to my
until
TED
it's
Talk.
out.
Why do those balls look like that?
Big hit.
Ooh.
Oh, he got hit right in the
Ouch.
face.
I forgot to mention.
Ouch.
There's one big difference between a Pokemon match and baseball. What's that? A Pokeball's not a beanball.
Well, a Pokeball is not a beanball? Why would it be a what?
It's my turn at
All right, well, now she's got a baseball bat, so she's ready. She's a player.
Where did she get this baseball bat?
That's
It would have made more sense if she was using her necklace, like loud speakerphone.
Yeah, like the Fuvuzela or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Something they throw at her.
little worm's a big league slugger.
Oh, poor
You said you
Pikachu
had things under control.
and Chikorita.
Yeah, but in the late innings, I always lose control.
Don't look now.
Why aren't Jesse and James getting hit by these balls? Nightmare Fuel.
The
Now
robots.
for some ace relief from the Poke Bullpen. Let's put this ball game away. Squirtle, Bulbasaur, I choose
There we
you.
go. Now we're talking.
Manta, I choose you.
Teamwork.
Squirtle, squirt, squirt, squirt.
It's like we're in Johto, but we have all these Kanto Pokemon like working it right now. Oh my god, the art is so good right now of like Jesse and James getting beamed. Oh, it's so good. I love when the Pokemon actually attack humans. Like Pidgey just like, did a headbutt right into James. Like it's great.
Well,
Oh, they're awake.
looks like we're going into extra innings.
But I have a feeling this game may be called on account of pain.
Baseball jokes. Slice.
Pikachu, Thunderbolt attack.
Yes.
All right, now who's paying for the damages to this baseball field?
Yeah, they've used a lot of balls.
Double tackle attack.
Double tackle. That's pretty brutal.
I get it. Another baseball joke. Yeah.
Wow, Team Rocket's out of the park.
So long.
That those 3 flops would become such a big hit.
Even more.
Ridiculous. It's like, baseball is huge in Japan. So I wonder if these jokes like really came off better in Japan. Like, because they're so campy here in English.
I never should have let those 3 crooks trick
The
me.
lighting looks amazing right now. Look how great that looks.
They used to trick me when I was a rookie too.
You?
But that was a long time ago, right, Ash?
Yeah.
It was like
He's like,
0
yeah.
years ago because you didn't age a day, Ash.
He's like 2 episodes ago. They tricked
I'll
me.
start training harder because you're gonna be tough to beat.
Maybe we'll even battle each other in the Johto League. Pikachu, if I ever get my own team of Yoto
I'm gonna
Pokemon,
kick your butt.
I'll be all as brave and beautiful as you are.
Oh,
Bye, guys.
what a good sport.
Bye, Casey.
Good luck on your journey.
That Casey's gonna be a very interesting young
Oh,
lady. I
Brock,
wonder if
chill.
She has a sister.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
Wait till we meet again, huh? 'Cause the next time
Creeper.
See, it's just one of those things where it's like, why didn't she go with them?
She's gonna be.
She's on her own path, dude.
Though they go their separate ways,
I like it,
Ash
man.
and his
This
new
was
friend are
awesome.
headed toward
What
the
a
same
good
goal,
episode, man.
becoming the best Pokemon
Highly,
trainers
highly,
they can
highly
be.
entertaining.
Practice
I don't
Highly
think I
entertaining.
laughed
Determination,
as much
they
as I
just
have
may
in
get
any of the
there.
episodes.
Like,
as that one.
But we've talked about this before, where the like certain episodes don't necessarily contribute to the main arc of the story. Like, the episode started that he was on his way to like, oh, I'm gonna go earn my first gym badge, and all of a sudden they're on this tangent that takes the entire episode, and nothing gets accomplished. Like by the end of the episode, they're just still on that path. But this didn't matter at all because there were so many laughs that this was like a welcomed little tangent. So good, so funny, so such good writing. That's why I'm so interested in seeing how these jokes worked in Japanese, because in English they just all hit. So funny. Good stuff. Adam, I don't have a booster today. You want to know
You don't
why?
have a booster?
Because of scalpers, Adam. That's why. Ask me if I looked all over the place for battle styles. Ask me if I was at Target like at 10 a.m. and it was too late already. Yeah, that was me. So I can't buy cards, man. It's been difficult. It's been difficult.
Does
So
that mean I have to open? I'll open 2 packs.
Well, hey,
Anyway.
man, that's on you. You don't have to. I'm not
well,
pressuring
I have
you.
to because I'm going to.
All right. Well,
All right.
what do you have?
Because I have 2 battle styles.
Oh, nice.
Okay, hang on. All right, we've got a Dark Energy, a Girder, a Cacturn, Level Ball. That's like a format changing card right there.
Sizzlepede.
Sizzlepede, Baltoy, Timber, Corphish, Cacnea. My reverse hollow is a rare Sandaconda, and a hollow single strike Houndoom.
Okay.
Woo. All right. Let's see if I can pull a Rapid Strike.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I don't think I got... Let me see. Yeah, that's the only single strike Pokemon I got.
How many of these have you opened already?
This would be pack number 3 and 4.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But the first 2 packs was Victini V and Kricketune V.
Nice.
Which were opened on Instagram. Water Energy, Spupa, Gleisker, Single Strike Bruno, Esper, Timber, Galarian Slowpoke, Corphish, Salandit, Reverse Hollow Experience Share, and a rare Marowak.
Okay. Well, you got a holo, so that's good. That's good.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
But Adam,
I just enjoy opening these packs right now because I don't have anything, so it's
everything's
card
new.
Is a good card.
It's like when you open a new set in TCG and like the little new icons like blip 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 on every card because it's everyone is new.
Exactly.
That's awesome. But Adam, that's a show, man. We did it.
We did it.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, so incredibly much for checking out the show. We really appreciate it. It's good to be back on the air, so thank you so much for being here and your continued support. We really, really do appreciate it, especially to all our patrons. We couldn't do this without you. But you can email us, info@gottawatchemall.com. Check out gottawatchemall.com for everything that's going on with the show, PokemonProfessor.com for everything that's going on with the network. And Adam, if that's it, I believe that would be, in fact, it. Was that it?
That was it.
All right, trainers, remember, if you can't be out there catching them all, just hang out with us and watch them all. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.